Hello everyone, today is day 30 of April Lead Code Challenge, the last day of April daily challenge. So let's see what is today's question. The name of today's question is powerful integers. This is a fairly easy math based question. We need to use basic concepts of loop to solve it. So let's see what the question is asking us to do. So here we are given that we'll be given two inputs x and y along with another input bound, and we have to return a list of all the powerful integers that have a value less than or equal to bound. So what do you mean by powerful integer? So a powerful integer has been defined here as the sum of exponents of x and y. So as here you can see it is x to the power I plus y to the power j, and I and j are supposed to be more than or equal to 0. So you can also take one note that the least powerful integer possible is 2, because at the worst case I will be equal to 0 and j will be equal to 0, and x power 0 plus y power 0 will be 2. So we'll be taking the sum of all the exponents of all the different possible exponents of x and y, and we'll be seeing if it is less than or equal to bound. We'll be adding it to an answer vector and we'll be returning it. So let's see in the example what has been done. So here you can see x has been given as 2 and y has been given as 3, and we are given the bound as 10, and this is the answer. So let's see how this is calculated. So on the left side here you can see all the different possible exponents of 2 have been listed, and here different possible exponents of 3 has been listed, and their sum is here, and you can see in all the cases the sum of these exponents is less than or equal to bound. So basically we need to return all these sums that are possible. So let's see how to solve this question. I had solved this today, so I'm resetting it now. So let's see. So first we'll be defining, okay fine, because while returning the answer there could be duplicacies, I'll be defining a set. So I'm defining set as st and a vector int answer. So we'll be storing the answer in the net answer in this answer vector, and we'll be returning it. So now let's see how the loop will be going on. For that I'll be starting with for int I is equal to 0. Here you can see that I is greater than or equal to 0, and I will be increasing. Like here you can say 2 power 0, 2 power 1 and 2 power 3, etc, etc. But that will be going on till which condition? So what we'll be writing is that power of x comma I is less than bound. You guys might be thinking why it is less than bound and not less than equal to, as here it was written that the powerful integer has to be less than or equal to bound. The condition here is that the smallest value of y power j will be 1. So we need to consider all the numbers less than bound, so that even if j is equal to 0, we will be getting a satisfactory answer. So here the condition will be power of x comma I less than bound, and I'll be incrementing I in every step. Now what I need to do, I need to write the same thing for the exponents of j. So j will be starting with I, and what condition we need to check? The condition asked was that this this value should be less than or equal to bound. So what I need to write is that power of x comma I plus power of y comma j is less than equal to bound. Here take a note that I have written less than or less than equal to bound, and I'll be incrementing j. There is also a small trick in this loop that we have to take into consideration, or else the answer will be wrong. So here what I'll be checking is that, okay fine, because here the condition is being checked when the loop is being executed. So I'll be simply inserting it into the set. So I've inserted this. So here you can see that all the powerful numbers that are less than or equal to bound are being added here. So there will be small changes in the loop. I'll be doing it afterwards after executing to show you how, in which condition there could be an error. So now what I need to do is that I need to traverse this set, and I need to insert I need to transfer these values into the vector answer and then return it. So what I'll be doing is that answer.pushback it and return answer. You guys might be tempted that this much is correct, but there is a small twist. Just wait for it. Okay, so you can see that the answer is correct for now, at least for the given test case. But when I'm submitting, I'll be getting an error, and let's see what is the error. So the error here is when y is equal to 1. So let's see what is happening in the loop. In this loop, you are seeing that when y is equal to 1 and this condition is true, we are inserting the value. But after that, even if the exponent is increasing, you know that y to the power j, here y is 1, so 1 to the power j, even if j is increasing, will be remaining same, that is 1. So this loop will always be true. So what we need to do is that we need to make sure that if any of the value, like if any like if x is equal to 1 or y is equal to 1, we need to make sure that the loop is executed only once. So I can do a simple thing, that if y is equal to equal to 1, I'll break. So if y is equal to 1 and this condition is satisfied, it will be inserted into the set. And once it is inserted, we need not take into consideration of this again. So what I'll be doing is that we'll be breaking out of the loop. But the same thing can happen with x. So I'll be writing if x equal to 1, I'll be breaking. So why is that? Because if x will be 1 and this condition is 1 satisfied, we'll be trapped in an infinite loop. So now I think it must be correct. So yeah, it is correct. So, and our submission is also good, like the time complexity and all is good. So I hope you were able to understand the question and I was able to show you the little trick that we had to apply here. And you can subscribe to my channel and I'll be keeping on posting such videos regularly. Thank you everyone for